What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is the ultimate girls trip, the Real Housewives ultimate girls trip, okay? So listen, let me just put a few things out there before we get started. I watched episode 1 and I was like, let me watch the first episode and I see how I feel about it. But I feel like y'all gonna get my $4.99 Peacock Plus, okay? Because I'm gonna have to go ahead and, take care of some things. So, full disclosure, we have Ramona, Luann, Kenya, Cynthia, Melissa, and Teresa, and Kyle. Kyle is from Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Cynthia and Kenya are from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Luann and Ramona are from New York, and Melissa and Teresa are from New Jersey. Full disclosure, I do not watch New York, so I don't know anything about Luann. And actually, was Luann on New Jersey? Luann was either on, I think Luann was on New Jersey. But her and Ramona are cool. Anyway, I don't know, whatever, because I don't watch it. And I've only looked at one season in New Jersey, so that's why y'all say, well, if you watch New Jersey, I don't know. But, couple of things I did find out in the first few minutes. This property was set up by Mauricio, who was Kyle's husband. So, Kyle, are you an executive producer on this? I should have checked the credits on that. And y'all already know, Kyle's an executive producer. Y'all already know what that means. She's going to do the same thing on this show that she do in Beverly Hills. She stirred a pot and she sit in the back and look cute because she know ain't nothing going to happen to her because she the producer and she going to be producing, Kenya, this is going to be the first time that she's leaving Brooklyn. If you watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know that has always been a big deal. The last couple of years with the trips, Kenya has always taken her daughter. And last year, that was a whole part of the storyline about, her and her daughter being there. And, so this is a big deal. Just on the big picture of it, it's a big deal. It's the first time that she's going to be away from her daughter. And they're going to be there for a whole week, 8 days. So that's a long time. Before we get started, they show us, they show the different housewives talking to each other. Some housewives know each other better than others. Some have never met at all. Some only know each other from doing publicity things and, things of that nature. Ramona already making comments about Teresa not being that bright. I mean, she ain't wrong. Just saying. Anyway, all of the ladies get on a private jet and they fly together down to the Turks and Caicos. Now, I've always wanted to go to Turks and Caicos, okay? That is, I've been to most of the islands over here on this side of the East Coast, but Turks and Caicos is one I've never been to, so okay. They get on the plane, and before they can even get in the air good, Ramona is talking about how basically everybody needs to bow down to her because the New York franchise is what put the Real Housewives on the map. That even though the Real Housewives of Orange County was the first franchise, it wasn't until New York that people started paying attention, and therefore everybody should bow down to her and everybody should respect her. So then, of course, the ladies started talking about the ratings of their shows, because let's be clear, Atlanta ratings, Beverly Hills ratings, like Kenya said, well, I don't think New York has ever been number one, and Kyle was like, well, right now Beverly Hills ratings are through the roof, which is true, not because of you, Kyle, but they were through the roof when y'all was filming this. That is absolutely correct. Okay. Then Melissa was checking her Twitter followers on Instagram, and Ramona had like 800, and 69,000, and Teresa had 2.2 million. So listen, I ain't mad. Listen, it ain't bragging if it's true. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at any of these ladies making it clear. All that you talking, noise in my ear. Okay? Oh, I was rhyming. The other thing that had happened was on the plane, Cynthia made a big deal about the fact that this was the first time Kenya was leaving Brooklyn and how she know Kenya's going through a lot with a divorce and being away from her baby for the first time. Of course, Kenya was crying. And she had a big picture of Brooklyn, which I thought was sweet. And then she had these big scissors and then the ribbon. And she said, so this is symbolic of you cutting the umbilical cord because it's the first time you're not going to be with your baby for, since the baby been born. She said, and I was with her through all of this. And then she said, And in light of this, I think we should give Kenya the master bedroom. How we get here? Like, oh, that's nice, and I feel for you and everything, Kenya, but how we get here? I think the fairest way they did it, one time, one of these shows, they just pull numbers. And I just think that's the fairest way to do the shit. If everybody is equal, just pull numbers. Now, Mauricio told Kyle, just remind them who set this property up for y'all. And you should get the master suite. And what I thought was interesting was Kyle was the main one that did not fight for a room. I'm going to get to that in a second. But Kyle was like, it's beneath me to fight for a room. And the one thing Kyle said that I thought was absolutely hilarious, Kyle was like, listen, my house is fabulous enough. Like, I'm good. She was like, I do this all the time. I'm good. I said, again, it ain't bragging if it's true. I know that's right, Kyle. Kyle was like, listen, my husband set this whole thing up. This is how we live all the time, okay? This is how we travel all the time. That's why I kind of felt like Kyle was somewhat of a producer, because how Mauricio setting up the property? I'm just saying. Moving on. So anyway, the other thing that had happened on the plane was Ramona was talking. They were talking about the fact that they're going to go to the comp shack, and she knows the owner. And the other thing I like is that they flash back when they would bring something up. They would, y'all know how shady Bravo is. So they would flash back and they would show us the little situations with all of the housewives, and they would bring something up. So when they brought the fact that Ramona always tries to get the master suite, they would show her doing that on different vacations. So they flashed back to when they were on Turks and Caicos before on her show. So Luann must be from New York because they were together. So Luann must be from New York. Anyway, and that, you know, her friend John, who owns this particular bar, and she was talking about how she was married at the time, but she was going through a divorce and she was flirting with the guy. And so Kenya was like, so you were married? You were flirting with another man while you were married? And she was like, I was going through a divorce. Listen, bitch. Kenya was like, whoa. Pump your brakes. We're not going to be throwing the B word around. She was like, listen, I barely like being called out my name by people that I know, but I don't even know you, man. What you not going to do is call me out my name. We're gonna tread lightly on that. We're going to tread lightly on that B word. Cynthia was like, you must not know. She don't know. She don't know me. And they eventually got Luann to, Ramona to apologize, child, because baby, it was about to be a whole situation. So they land, and they in the cars, and of course, all the way to the villa, they talking about Ramona's behavior, what Ramona did, and what Ramona said, and how Ramona called Kenya out a name, and all this, and her talking about being an OG, you know. So they get to the house, which of course is absolutely gorgeous. They have their own personal concierge that they all been talking to prior to, I'm sure, letting him know what they needed, what their wants were, what their needs were, setting up whatever excursions and situations they need to set up. Come to find out, his mama is one of the cooks. I said, I know that's right. You better keep it all in the house, honey. Keep it all in the house. Then while they're doing that, while the guys like welcoming them and they getting their drinks and stuff, baby, Ramona is talking about something. I gotta go to the bathroom. Listen, I know that move, Ramona. I know that move. I saw it before she did it. I saw it coming. You ain't had to go to no damn bathroom. You went in there to go scope out the house, because she was like, I'm cool with Kenya getting the main bedroom because I've been through a divorce. I understand how hard it is, but I will get the second best bedroom. And to her credit, that is what she did, okay? She went in the house before everybody else. She ran her happy ass up them steps. She found where the master suite was, and then she went around to find what the next best bedroom was. Now, this is a 7-bedroom home, right? And it is 7 of them. But the problem is, one of the bedrooms, all of the bedrooms have a view of the water except for one, and I think most of them have a balcony, but I don't think all of them have a balcony, but most of them do. Kyle was like, listen, at the one bedroom is like downstairs, it don't have a window, it's small, I think it's got like a double bed in it or some shit. And Kyle was like, listen, I'll take that room, it's fine. Kyle went outside and said, listen, where Kyle was is where I would have been the whole week. It was like a swing like one of those big lounge chairs, like where you can lay out, like a couch sort of thing. But it was a swing, and it was a little bit of water. Like as you walk out to it, it's like ankle deep water. Baby, when I tell you that I would have had me a good old book or a Kindle and a drink, and that is where I would have been the whole week. That didn't send me home because I'd have been like, just film me here. Just film me right here, baby. Kyle, listen, Kyle didn't get up until it was time to find dinner. She said, listen, I need lunch. Where's the food? Because I'm not about to run around this house trying to get no bed. Well, the ladies realized what Ramona had done, and they went running around looking for her. Ramona had plopped her happy ass down on that bed, put her nasty ass, dirty ass feet on them sheets, talking about, I don't see what the problem is. Like, I gave Kenya the master bedroom, isn't that what we said? But they were like, but you don't get to just run around and decide which room is yours. Like, we were going to do this together. But listen, was Ramona wrong? Yeah, she was. She was wrong, okay? What she did was wrong. The way she did it was wrong. But all she did was accelerate the inevitable. Y'all was going to run around the damn house and try to get a room, and the first person that found the room, I mean, but she was nasty the way she did it. Next thing you know, her ass is in the shower. Before they even really settled on it, her ass is sitting in the shower. I said, now how you going to just decide? You just decided this was your room, then you took your dirty ass into the shower. Like, girl, you stepped that room. Because at that point, who else wanted it? Who else wants the room? Don't nobody else want that room. And of course, the ladies were irritated by that. Luann went and put her bathing suit on. She said, I'm about to go take me a dip in this water before I eat anything. I've been waiting to get here. I am ready for it. Ramona brings her happy ass down the steps in a cover up with just a thong and some pasties on her breast. I said, ma'am, you don't know these women. Before they ate lunch, all them women had seen her ass naked. The concierge saw her naked. The women saw her naked. I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Neither here nor there. They were out in the ocean. The ladies were at lunch talking. And of course, the ladies were not happy. Okay? They were not happy about what happened. They were not happy about how the whole situation went down. And of course, they talking. So Ramona has become, public enemy number one at this point. Kenya's auntie has Brooklyn, because we saw her calling. Baby was asleep, but we did see her calling. So they're supposed to be going to the little situation, the little conch shack later on that night. So after they eat lunch, everybody sort of just kind of relaxes for a little while they get ready. They got to get in glam, honey. They got to get their outfits together, and they got to get glammed up to get ready to go down to the conch shack. And something interesting happened. Was it Melissa and Kyle? Are realizing that somebody is tweeting in real time everything that is happening on this trip. And I remember those tweets. I remember when they were filming, and I remember those tweets coming through loud and clear, telling us everything that was going on. And they are absolutely correct. Now that I see what happened as compared to those tweets, yeah, somebody was absolutely telling them what was going on. And they were talking about the fact that Ramona already called Kenya a bitch, and that Ramona ran into the house to get the best room. So my thing is, they call themselves doing, detective work, and they found out that the guy that's tweeting it out is from TMZ, and he follows Kenya, and Kenya follows him, and there's even a picture of the two of them together on one of their accounts. So of course they saying it without saying it. That is Kenya. Now, didn't we go through this on the Real Housewives of Atlanta when we were trying to figure out who was leaking all the information about the bachelorette party down to the South Carolina or down to wherever they were, child? Remember we had went through that? Whole thing? And eyes were on Kenya then, because Kenya said that she does talk to the papa of the Razzie. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, this ain't a good look, Kenya. This is 2 in a row where it looked like you're guilty. It just looked like you guilty, girl. It looks like you are guilty. But of course, when they try to ask Kenya about it later on, Kenya being Kenya was like, just because I'm cool with him doesn't mean that I was the one that told him this information. But it is clearly somebody that is with y'all, somebody on the camera crew or something, because you could say, oh, well, maybe it was the flight attendant from the plane because she called Kenya bitch on the plane. But how would that flight attendant wouldn't know what happened when they got to the house? And vice versa. People at the house wouldn't know what happened on the plane. So it's either somebody from the camera crew or somebody there. Kenya, my eyes on you. My eyes on you, child. So they get ready to get in their cars to go down to the comp shack. And Kenya and Teresa end up in the car with Ramona. Now, mind you, both of them are irritated with Ramona at this point. They're both in their feelings and they ain't saying nothing. Ramona's trying to ask some questions, trying to talk to them, and they are paying her absolutely no attention. I said, I know that's right. Your ignore game is strong. The ignore game is strong. Okay? But they wasn't trying to hear it. They wasn't here for it, okay? They get to the comp shack, and Ramona had called her little friend that owns the restaurant. Now, I feel like he was thinking in his mind, this would be a great opportunity for me to advertise my show. Advertise my restaurant and get on this show. I really am not interested in Ramona in any way, shape, or form because he gave me nothing to make me think that he was interested in Ramona in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't even know if he want to be her friend, okay? But they get to the restaurant and she get to flirt with him, and because again, her outfit is damn near sheer and she don't have on a bra. And it is so obvious that she's flirting with this man. And it is so obvious that this man is trying to stay professional in this moment and not show that he is really irritated with her or that he, got a problem with her. Now, shout out to my boy Joe for making a cameo. Because y'all know, I love the Real Housewives of New Jersey for the husbands. I feel like they need to give them a spinoff. They need to give them an ultimate boys trip. I feel like Mauricio and PK need to hook up with the New Jersey husbands, and I feel like they need to have a guys trip. I would be here for it. I feel like if they want to add a little color in there, they could get Ray, and G from Potomac. Yeah, G could go. They could really have 2 seasons because I feel like a lot of the husbands are kind of cool. Even though they done canceled Dallas, I feel like they could bring a couple of the husbands from Dallas. Stephanie and Brandy's husband, bring their husbands. They cool too, and they friends in real life too. I really feel like that would be a great spinoff. Like, Bravo, y'all need to go ahead and make that happen. Do the ultimate guys trip. I'm here for it. The husbands from New Jersey, PK, Mauricio, the 2 husbands from Dallas. Like I said, they would have to do 2 shows. That's too many people. They would kill each other. There's too many men. None of the husbands from Atlanta. Nah. We don't need none of them. Maybe Peter, but he ain't technically still there. But I could see Peter going. Okay, Peter could do it. And then down to the Potomac, like I said, G. Because I just feel like you give G a couple of shots and he a good time. I just feel like he a good time. He going to take them to the script club. And they ain't even going to be able to film it. But I will be here for it. Anyway, sidebar. Sorry. Let's get back to this. So they are at the restaurant, and everybody is irritated with Ramona. And they're sort of all kind of coming at her at the same time. So Cynthia, being who she is, child, try to be the peacemaker, always trying to be somebody's damn mama. She done pulled Ramona to the side to talk to Ramona about, girl, you need to really understand that you are rubbing people the wrong way. Like, you're doing too much. We only been here a day. We ain't even been here 24 hours. We ain't even had 8 hours of sleep yet, okay? We done came straight from the plane. We've been filming. It's hot. Girl, I'm going to need you to bring it down 20 notches because you pissing everybody off. And basically, she let her know, ain't nobody going to want to film with you. And y'all know what that means when don't nobody want to film with y'all. Y'all know that's the kiss of death on these reality shows, especially a housewife. That is the kiss of death. And so Cynthia talked her into apologizing. So she goes over to the table and she apologizes. Now, they did this whole montage of Ramona apologizing. They did a whole montage of it. So Luann was like, it sounds good and everything, but y'all let me know how that worked out. Because I done been here before. I have seen it. I've seen it all before. I've heard it all before. So y'all let me know how that worked out for y'all on the back end of this situation. Because Yeah. So that is pretty much this episode. They go back to the house. They're drunk, and Kyle asks is like, where everybody going? Where the after party at? Because them Beverly Hills girls, when they be going on their trips, they be up all damn night drunk as hell. Okay, they be drunk as hell. So Kyle and Ramona actually had a good conversation about, Kyle has always dealt with, I would say body dysmorphia. She was talking about she weighs too much and she's fat. And Ramona was like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, you look good. Like, you're fine. And so she started talking about, when she was a child actress, people called her fat. And she said, so Kyle was like, this Ramona I could deal with. Like, I'm cool with this Ramona. But the Ramona that was here before was a whole lot going on. And that was pretty much the first episode. So I'm here for it, y'all. I know that there are 3 more episodes that are up. I'm gonna get those out as soon as possible. But I'm here for the first one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.